Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Welcome to Mark and Sandy.
And we're making spaghetti and meatballs today, homemade.
No, I'm not getting in my underwear. I never understood that part.
Yeah! When aren't they going to be here?
I don't have that dicing technique down where you're supposed to do it with your fingers like this. I don't do it enough to...
They will be here in
Oh yeah, now I got it. Takes a lot of practice to do that. I do it like a caveman. Look at that. A lot of times we put puree in it, but I didn't pick that up this time. This is my favorite part. So we have pork in this, and what was the other one you bought?
Pork, sausage, and beef.
Pork, Italian sausage, and beef with onions, salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, garlic, and 2 eggs.
Oh, good stuff.
And about 4 pieces of bread, white bread, that I put in the sink, wet it down real good. And it helps hold it together, but it also makes it taste good too. Some people use breadcrumbs. I like the bread, just the slices of white bread. You know what? I never tried Italian bread. I wonder if that would make a difference. So before we put the meatballs in the pan, I'm going to cut up onions, put virgin olive oil in there, and some, I'll show you, minced garlic.
Alright, bedrooms are looking more and more inviting. As a matter of fact, go up and clean your rooms.
Getting ready for a shindig with 2 3-year-olds. After a while, you kind of start turning it off. It's hard. Ever since we took full custody of the kids, almost 6-7 months ago, gotten better, still difficult. This is my 3rd favorite part because of the smell that it creates. Oh boy.
Hey.
My non-Italian wife hates the smell of olive oil. She likes the smell of spray mount and glue and gasoline.
Yeah.
But doesn't like the smell of olive oil. We're having a family gathering today, and at the same time we're still trying to finish our kitchen. Everything, walls, paint, door, tile we just did the other day, Sandy and I. That's the island right there. Didn't used to be an island there. Is that proper English? There used to be a cabinet hanging down here, which is
a peninsula.
Yeah. It's starting to come together. We were working late last night. We got the backsplash in, and I'm doing the baseboards right now, cutting the baseboards. I'm gonna put in a photo of what this looked like about 3 months ago. Time to make some meatballs. Okay, this is kind of like subjective, but I think this is about the size of a golf ball. Kind of the size I like to make them. And I like to brown them too before I put them in the sauce. See?
Mom, can I eat a Pop-Tart, Mom?
try to be consistent in the size, but then again, who really pays attention to that? But you want them to cook evenly too. So if they're the same size, they're going to cook about the same way. So. What are you eating? A Pop-Tart?
Yeah.
Delicious. I see you went a little out of the lines with those markers. Yeah, all over your hand and your arm. Very nice though.
But Shovel did this part on my arm and stuff. I'll eat.
We'll get her. So I like to brown the meatballs. They're mostly cooked, almost probably 95% of the way, all the way through. And then I put them in the sauce. And they cook in the sauce. They cook in the sauce as well.
Yeah.
But just that brownness on there. And if you don't like onions and garlic in this household, SOL.
She's good. She's eating it.
One of my prerequisites for making Italian sauce and meatballs is having coffee at the same time.
No.
Because Papa loves his coffee.
Not the water.
These go back in the car. These are the girls' holes for whenever we give them chips and stuff.
I'll get some water for me, okay?
I just put the coffee in 2 minutes ago, and I can't even remember how many scoops I put in.
Wait, I missed it. Hello, did I miss?
They're looking good. They're looking good. Get a little brown. Smell that onion and olive oil.
Halloween dark, it's the Halloween dark. You do the meat.
Yeah.
It's really.
So there's several ways to make sauce. Some people, my dad's best friend, he used to put a pepperoni in the sauce. I haven't done that yet. I haven't given that a try, but I will soon. Some people put wine in their sauce. Some people put sugar to cut down the acidity. I like a little bit of acidity to it. Sometimes I'll put a little smidge of the sugar in there though.
Equal.
We have to be equal. If you do it to one, you have to do it to the other one. Look at those tomatoes. That worked out pretty good, boiling the tomatoes and taking the skins off. It's going to taste a lot better.
What?
Oh gosh. It smells so good.
All right, there. Did you get the don't go in the closet?
Yeah, that's how they look. Going into the sauce. Of course the meatballs, like I mentioned before, still cook in the sauce while it's in the sauce, because the sauce will be cooking for another hour or two. Actually, maybe a little more. But look at that.
Thank you. Are they all in there now?
And I usually leave one in there,
Very much.
right there, so I can taste test it. Sunny out today.
Hey, Bubba.
There's the other member of the family, Brosy, aka Butch, Chubby. He's got a lot of AKAs.
Pumpkin boy.
highly demanding,
Big Bubba,
finicky.
my baby. My baby. That's my Bubba bear.
So I'm on my last round of meatballs,
Decoration. Don't touch. What?
and I'm gonna put them in the sauce, and then I'm done. Then I can go out and I can blow the deck off with the blower, and then Sandie's gonna prepare to make the homemade pasta, which is probably the best part. Because box stuff, you know, homemade pasta, kind of grew up on that as a kid. My mom used to make it all the time.
This is the starting of the homemade noodles. I made a double batch. It was 6 eggs, a tablespoon of olive oil, and 4 cups of flour, and a teaspoon of salt, and that's it. So now this is gonna mix it into not a complete solid ball, but it'll be good enough. I'm gonna have to knead it for a little bit, and then I have to wrap it for a half hour in saran wrap until we're ready to throw it on the board and cut them up. So I'll keep you posted. All right, here's the next step.
What?
Is kneading the dough into
Can I help?
a nice ball.
I'll help with the ball.
Anyway, so once you get the ball wrapped, get it all kneaded, you wrap it into the saran wrap, and it sits in this saran wrap for a half hour. So it is approximately 1 o'clock. So by 1:30, I'll be able to take it out of here, roll it through this piece. I'm going to stick it on my mixer over there, and I'm going to run it through this one, which makes it flat, and you do it a few times until you get to the thickness that you need. Once you run it through here, I'll be laying it out on the counter here until I can cut strips of it about that length, and then I'll run it through here, and we'll get our fettuccine. So once it's done with that, then we put it on the stove over there, and we boil them, and then we eat them. Yummy. So stay tuned for the next step. All right, the next step is you gotta pour some flour on the board because the dough has sat for a half hour. So now I'm gonna put some flour on my board or my table. And we're gonna cut this dough into half. And then I'm gonna start making my pieces in here. So it's gonna be fun. I got my first chunk, I cut it into 4. You got your first chunk. We're just gonna put some flour on both sides. And I'm gonna stick it through.
Daddy, stop spraying.
So here's the flour
Stop spraying
on the
me
side.
ball.
This is the first part. We're gonna stick it through here on number 1. See, and here it comes. There's the first pass. So the first pass is coming out. And it depends on how thick you want your noodles. I am making fettuccine, so I'm going to probably send it through on number 2 and then stop because I don't want them any. I don't want them any thinner than that for fettuccine. So here's the second pass, and this is number 2. And it also stretches it, makes it a little bit longer, and that's a good thickness for me. I like that. So we're gonna go ahead and do these other 4, and then the next step I'll do the fettuccine. So here we go. Here's the first fettuccine is going in, and here we go. Look at them! Look at those pretty babies. Aww. Really nice. And then I take them over here and I put them on what you call a noodle rack, and unfortunately some of them fell, but you know, that happens. So now they're gonna sit on here for just a little bit until I make the rest of them. Still got that one to do and the 3 over there. So yeah, homemade noodles to go with the homemade sauce and homemade meatballs. Yummy. Oh, and the homemade garlic bread.
Here, I'll show you how it's looking. Grab the camera. Look at that. This is the next morning. She slipped and fell. So part of our video is about the successful pasta and meatball dinner we had last night with friends and family. And also a little highlight about our kitchen that we're remodeling that I was talking to you about.
Run from me, I can't comfort
And a little bit about our daily lives here with 2 3-year-olds. Yes. And here's our dining room. Like I mentioned, I'm going to post pictures so you can see what it used to look like. Brown mostly. All the walls were brown and like some kind of leather type texture on them. And so this is our coffee quiet room here. Also part of the racetrack. And all this wood used to be like a light oak color. Live simply, I said. That's over.
Was that fun?
No, I'm not sure. You don't see what?
I got the iron.
Oh, yeah, we're trying to find the iron.
I'm not here. I'm not here. Goodbye, video.
We'll see you on the next video with our sausage rolls, right?
Hi, my selection. How are you doing?
Bye, take care.
Take care.
Glad you came along.